Of course, if you got Charlie Bezai, aka the storyteller, of course, if you're going to hang out with him, you're going to have to get a story. So check this story out. This is how Charlie Bezai and his wife Sharon got together.
Story time with Slappy Avengers.
There you go.
Slappy Avenger, 1, 2, 3. Slappy Avenger.
She was dating this guy as her best friend. I was dating this girl, was not my best friend. I didn't care about that. So,
Why do you bring that
so
up?
her best friend had said, I want to hook you all up on a blind date kind of thing, but nobody really likes blind dates. So she and Janet brought her by the bank when I was still working at the bank.
But Teddy had brought you a picture.
And Teddy had brought me a picture. Her husband had brought me a picture, and then it's near the end, 21, around 2011. It's around 2011. And, no, 2001. It's around 2001, and it's like November or something. And I just said, man, I just don't do anything until I get through the holidays. I mean, we're doing the holidays and all
He
this
didn't
stuff.
want to buy me a gift.
And that's not true. That's what she. So anyway, that's maybe true.
Maybe a little true.
Maybe a little true. So finally, Janet brought her by, and we met and everything. So everything looked like it was going to be okay. So then we decided we'd go on this date to see Ocean's 11. It's when Ocean's 11.
Oh, yeah.
And it was in the Knoxville Theater at the mall, at Easttown Mall. And I had already promised that week that I would go eat dinner with my neighbor and his family that same Friday or Saturday.
It was on Saturday, but because you had helped him move all day.
Something that I was going to stay and
buying
eat
you
with the Evans, and he was buying me dinner. So we were going to eat with the Evans. He's cooking me steak and all that stuff. So I pushed it till as far as I could push it. So I drive to Knoxville, and Janet and Teddy and her are there.
Tell her I love
And
her.
she could tell when I got there that she had an attitude. Now you're not going. You want you to listen. I want you to be able to listen to this so you can get defensive on me. And so I could tell. I could tell when we got there that she already had the attitude. She was thinking this guy's too good to, come up earlier or whatever. And we've already met, and all this. So anyway, we go ahead and go to the movie, and I'm cracking some movies.
Oh, I'm so mad at him. By that time, I didn't want to even go out with.
So
I did
anyway,
not want to see.
So we go ahead, and so obviously she had ridden up
It's
there.
20 to 10 when he got there.
She had ridden. The movie hadn't started yet.
That's nice.
Because the movie it hadn't started yet.
And first of all, we had went out to eat, me, Janet, and Teddy, and I thought he's too stingy to even take me out and buy me dinner. Then, because I thought he's probably, lying.
So anyway, it's really how it started. And so I said, when I get out, it's kind of the movie's over, and we talked during the movie and stuff a little bit. So we get out of the movie, and I go, well, you want to? I'll take you home. And her car's at Janet and Teddy's, because that's where she went to go with them.
And that's when I drove. I had the white Mustang.
She had the white Mustang, and so I get back, and we drive around till about 3 in the morning. I guess talking, just riding around town and stuff. About 3 in the morning, I drop her off. She gets her Mustang. Well, I had made this list up before, like what I needed in a woman, and then one of them was, more my age, no skeletons in the closet, because I wasn't gonna fight any ex-husbands or boyfriends, no kids. We're in our 40s, no kids, and then pretty, and all. I had about 6 things down through there, and I called my buddy in Johnson City and said, hey, I got this list about my next girl I'm gonna date. And so when I read it to him, he starts laughing. And I go, what the heck's wrong with you? And he goes, Charles, she's probably in her 40s and she ain't got no kids. You ain't gonna ever meet. I said, well, maybe that's my defensive side coming up. I don't know, but that's on the list. So we go. So anyway, so she has no kids. She has every one of those is met. It's like God said, all right, you made the list. Now here it is. What are you gonna do about it? That's what I thought during that time. Anyway. So she, I can't remember exactly what happened after that. We were going to go out again. I had my son on a weekend something.
You said, I'd like to take you out next weekend, but I've got my son. I said, well, that's okay, because Anyway,
Well, so I don't know if she's dating this guy. What was his name?
Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know if she's dating Jackson. So anyway, so
He
anyway,
lived in Nashville.
so it
He
doesn't
was
matter.
another blonde
It doesn't
date,
matter.
right?
But anyway, and her girlfriend's trying to fix her up. But anyway, so I'm eating lunch one day.
And I really wasn't interested in it.
I'm eating lunch one day at the market, and I see just a glimpse of a blonde-headed girl getting gas and paying gas, and I hear her, but I'm not sure. And so I'm the only one in there because it was I'd worked all day and through lunch, and I hadn't
On
eaten anything, and
Wednesday.
it was on Wednesday. I just told everybody at the bank, hey, I'm gone. It's 3:00. We close at 4. I'm going to eat lunch.
And
So I'm the only one in there eating
I
lunch in
normally
this
stopped
market.
on Tuesdays evenings when I got off from work and got gas at that little market. But I didn't that Tuesday because it was pouring down the rain. So because I went roller skating every Tuesday night, I'd go roller skating. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to stop tonight. I'll stop tomorrow evening.
So, and I don't
that
know
wasn't
that
even
either.
the norm
So,
for me to
not
stop
the norm
on
for
a
her,
Wednesday.
not the norm for me. And then
Yeah.
she gets out walking out the car. I said, that's Sharon. And she gets in this brown Lexus. Well, I know she's got a white Mustang. So I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? Now in my head, I'm thinking it must be Jackson's car.
Jealousy already.
She's living in Rutledge, so
Because
she's
he
going
had
out.
called and asked me out because Tyler was staying all night with a friend, and I told him I couldn't go because I was going
'Cause she's
out with
gonna
someone
go
else
somewhere.
named Jackson.
And they're
And
going-
we're
and they're
going to
going
go
skiing.
snow skiing, but we were going for the day,
Well,
a bunch
I
of
think
us.
the worst, so we're going for the weekend. So I think right off the bat when she told me that, I went
I'm
back
done.
to this. What I say when I'm what? Skeletons in the closet. Boom, I'm done. That was it. And then we had this thing and so she's going out, and I said that was her. And I went over to Bub, who was working at the cash register. Was that Sharon? Oh, yeah. And he goes, yeah. And he had a check. I think he wrote a check actually because she held up. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I said so I get on the phone and call her. She's going back. So we talked. We decided we're going to go out. So we go. We decided we're going to go to Calhoun's in Gatlinburg. Okay. So
No, he didn't ask me out for it's probably
Couple
3
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
because
couple-
I thought, well,
She's waiting for Valentine's Day to go by.
he's
yeah, he don't want to buy anything from
yes, that's it.
That's right.
But he called on a Sunday night and wanted to go.
So I called and we decided to go out. So we're gonna go to.
And he asked me about Jackson. He said, well, how are you in Jackson? And I said, well,
I think you
we-
might have gotten the wrong impression
Yeah.
about Jackson. So she explains the Jackson situation. So anyway, we decided to go out. So we're gonna go to Calhoun's in Gatlinburg because I always liked that place. But you have to park on the mountain up there and walk down. You know, there's no parking on the main street because it's on the main street. So go up. We're driving up through there. And we're trying to find a parking space. So and I was drinking and stuff back then too, and I was a little fiery, I guess. And so anyway, we're pulling up. There's just cars all the way up the hill. And there's one couple walking up to get in their car. So I stop. And I put my blinker on, and I'm going to sit here and wait on them to get in their car and get
his
out.
arms were about that
And they
big at that
take,
time.
and they take.
His arm was bigger than my head,
forever.
no joke.
And so it take forever. And I'm going, come on. Well, about that time, way up the parking lot, there's a car that pulls in, and lights are facing me. So now we got one up here, and I'm just from here to that wall waiting on him. And he's pretty far up there. So I wait on them to back out, and I'm hoping they're going to back out and go up the hill, but they're back out and come down the hill, and then that truck goes, and whips in there as fast as he can. I've been sitting there for 10 minutes waiting on him to get out of the parking spot. So it just rubbed me raw. And I got out of my truck, and I walked up there, and I tapped on that driver's window like that. It came down about that far, and I said some things to them. There was 2 guys in the front, 2 girls in the back, and I could smell the alcohol coming out the window. And the last thing I said was a pretty shitty thing to do. And I went back, got my car, and I drove on. Drove all the way back up, all the way back down, back on the main drag, back up again. Now we're coming up again this time, and they're walking down. They haven't got, and they're going to Calhoun's. And they're on the sidewalk, and they start running those mouths again. And they're a little bit tipsy. And I just jumped out of my truck, and I threatened to kill all 4 of them right there. I literally, I was madder than a hornet. And they knew it. They knew I was serious.
That's when I knew
and,
he's got
and
about him.
And they backed down. I
You
said,
like that?
Yeah.
I said, you know, just I said everything in the world I should never have said, but I did anyway. Got back in the car there. I said, well, we're not going in Calhoun's because that's where they're going in. So we went to Bennett's Barbecue on the on the River Road, beside the steak place.
Peddler.
By the peddler. Yeah. And we stopped there, and got out, and then leaving there, we talked there, and then leaving there, when we were leaving, she grabbed my hand, and I could just feel the electricity and energy go through me at the hand grab, and I knew then, I said, I think this is going to work out. And that's how we met, man. So it all started over all that
Good
mess.
story.
All because of Jax.
Cheap, though, ain't
He's tighter than Dick's Hat Man. I'll just tell you right now he is.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Slappy Adventures. Please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, stay tuned for more videos like these.